What's going on, YouTube? It's your man Zell, and I'm here with a video explaining to y'all why I did the 500-day push-up challenge, how I found out about it, my experience, pros and cons. We're just gonna dive into the whole experience of that situation. Okay, so boom, off the bat, I found out about the 500 push-up challenge, and I heard it from this dude. I was at the gym and he's a trainer at the gym. So a pretty big dude, whatever. And I overheard him having a conversation. He said that he did 500 push-ups a day every day. So he didn't go into like how many days. Like he didn't say, "Oh, I did it for months." He just said I did 500 push-ups every day. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of crazy. And then so one day I had some time on my hands, and it just came to my head. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do 500 push-ups today. So I had about 6 hours of like free time. So I'm gonna just go start knocking them out. So I'm knocking out push-ups, and then just to give you some background, I used to do about 100 to 200 push-ups every day. I did that for like 2 weeks. So like I'm not, I understand how to do push-ups. You know, what I'm saying? I understand. I know what it feels like. But 500 is obviously different. I'm doing my push-ups, and it's crazy. I knock out 100 pretty quick. I knock them out like boom, like nothing, right? And then I actually surprised myself when I got to 200. It was very surprising. And the thing is, I wanted to keep it simple. I didn't want to be too fancy or extravagant with it. So I only did like two or three variations of push-ups. I did like the regular push-ups, the flat, and then I did diamonds, and that's about it. Honestly, I just did regulars and diamonds. That's it. Okay. So I did 200. I'm like, okay, cool, cool. And then I got to 300. When I got to 300, I was like, okay, I didn't feel pain. It wasn't like, oh, I gotta stop. It just felt like I didn't need to do anymore. My head was like, you don't need to do anymore. So I sat down for a little bit, watched a little TV, probably for like 10, 15 minutes. And then in my head, I was like, well, I feel like I'm quitting. I felt like I was giving up. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna just give up. I'm gonna do the 500. I'm gonna do 200 more push-ups. So I knock them out. I keep going, and like at first I was doing like sets of 10, and I was getting to 200, 300, and now I was starting to like fives. I'm doing like one, two, three, four, five, and sitting down five, sitting down five. So then I got to 400. 400. I was like, okay, it's the last stretch, last very stretch. And so it didn't start getting crazy hard until I got to like 450. Like surprisingly, all the way up to 450, it was easy. It was cool. It was doable. I got to 450, 475, and the hardest ones were the last three: 97, 98, 99, 100. Those are the hardest ones. It could have been mind over matter because I knew I was getting closer to the end. But hey, man, I did it 500 push ups and I didn't feel sore. I didn't feel like beat. I felt good that I did a challenge. And that's what it was. It was more of completing the challenge rather than doing 500 push ups. I had a goal, had an end result, and I did it. So I was very proud of myself after that. So after I did the 500 push ups, like I'm talking about right after, like an hour later, the same night, I didn't see a huge like pump. I wasn't like big, I mean, I wasn't stacked up like that. But like, oh, okay, whatever, it's cool. But then like 2 days later, I was like, oh, okay. Like 2 days later, I was like, oh yeah, I did do 500 push-ups that day. It was like that. So I mean, is that something I want to do every day? I would say doing 500 push-ups every day is very one time consuming. Okay, it took me 4 hours. It took me 4 hours to do 500 push-ups. So that's what that was. Okay, so now you just got to figure out, is that something that you want to do? Do you want to set aside X amount of hours to do 500 push-ups? Now I feel like doing 500 push-ups is not necessary. Honestly, like I'd rather go to the gym. I'd rather get some weights. You know what I mean? Like if you don't have any like say you work out at home and you only have dumbbells. Yeah, like maybe you can do 500 push-ups to do your chest, because there's not too many chest exercises you can do at home. Like, yeah, you could for sure do like flies on your back, but if you don't have a bench, you know what I mean? So doing 500 push-ups is, I mean, I recommend it for someone who just wants a challenge. At the end of the day, if you want to challenge yourself, yes, do 500 push-ups, but you don't gotta do it every day. But so yeah, that's my experience with the 500 push-up challenge. And if y'all want me to do some other challenges, I'll do them and I'll give y'all experience. 500 pull-up challenges. I just did 100 pull-ups the other day, so if I want me to do like 500 of those, tell y'all my experience, yeah, let's do it. So put in the comment what challenge y'all want me to do, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.